Alright. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight in celebrating Scott and Louisa. For those of you who don't know, I'm Lauren. I'm Scott's little sister. I also like to refer to him as my day 3 because when I met him on my 3rd day of life, I instinctively knew that he was going to be someone incredibly special to me. Similarly, on the same day, Scott instinctively knew that he would never have a true moment of peace again. No, Scott was a trooper. Despite the countless reminders from Mom and Dad to respect my brother's space, I would still chase him around the house so that I could give him hugs. However, I still look back on fond memories of games of floor hockey. The two of us would become an unstoppable team against our dad, and sleepovers in his room with me sleeping on the floor in his room. During the teenage years, Scott strove to become his own person and discover his independence, all while developing lasting friendships and becoming the amiable and social guy we all know him to be. Meanwhile, I still haven't grown out of my clingy, annoying little sister phase, but he would still humor me and hang out with me from time to time. Naturally, as Scott went off to college at Marquette in 2013, I decided to finally respect his space and let him walk his own path into adulthood. Yeah, that lasted a year, and I decided to go to Marquette as well. However, it seemed like this new chapter in our lives paved a way for us to become better friends in our adulthood. We both had our own friends and social lives, but we always knew we had someone on campus we could rely on. From spending the afternoon in the ER with me the day before his 21st birthday party, to spending his last spring break with me in London when I was homesick and studying abroad, Scott has always been in my corner, steady, reliable, patient, and kind. I knew that we'd be close even after we graduated college and began our careers, but I also recognized and accepted that it would be a drastic change from living with him and seeing him every day, and even living across the street from him and seeing him around campus. However, when Scott started seeing Louisa, I was able to get a glimpse of what our friendship would look like for the rest of our lives. It was pretty similar to what it had been before, but Scott settling down with someone as kind, thoughtful, and genuine as Lou somehow unexpectedly brought our friendship full circle. We've gone from sleepovers in his room and floor hockey in our family room to me staying in their guest room on the odd weekend and playing Jackbox games at which they would utterly destroy me. And then I realized that meeting Lou was probably similar to when I met Scott all those years ago. When she walked through our garage door, cherry pie in hand, Dad's favorite, and apologizing for being late. They were supposed to be there at 5 o'clock, and they arrived an unacceptable 3 minutes late. I'm sure you were nervous and wanted to make a good first impression, but what you didn't know is that I was just as nervous meeting you. It can be really hard for me to let my guard down and open up to people, but your sunny disposition, cheerfulness, and warm heart were easily apparent from that first day back in June 2021. Since then, I've seen you become immediately beloved by everyone you met, from my parents, extended family, friends, and most importantly, my dog. And really, who could blame them? But in all seriousness, Lou, I don't think I'll ever be able to find the words to thank you. Thank you for letting me be myself with no judgment. Thank you for being the best sister-in-law and dog aunt I could ever ask for. And thank you for being the best person, my big brother. And I know he'll spend the rest of his life making you happy, just as I know you'll spend the rest of your life making Cheers to both of you and to your fruit. Love you.